I think the unique thing about international travel is we're able to see kind of the illusion of money, right? If you're stuck, for example, like if you live your whole life in the US and you never leave, I have a lot of American friends who tell me a dollar is a dollar, right? And then I challenge that. I'm like, okay, so define a dollar, right? I'm like, so tell me why with a dollar, maybe 50 years ago, you could buy a dozen eggs, but why can't you do that now? And then the mind goes blank, right? So what's cool is with these exchange rates, we're able to see value as a separate thing from money. The value being whatever product or service that helps us. So let's give the example of an egg. An egg is valuable because that's nutrition for us, right? But you go back to Laos a year later, and that same egg is worth double. And then we start to question, why is this the case? And then we're able to see in real time, like, oh, it's because the central banks keep printing money. And then we realize, oh, this is why, there's so many problems. People can't afford houses anymore. People have to take out loans from banks. And then we're able to see this cycle perpetuating over and over again. But again, in real time, because I think a place like, the thing about the West is I think inflation is generally slower than a country like Laos. So on a day-to-day, a lot of people, they can see it, but they're able to ignore it. Versus I think Laotians are not able to because it affects their life in such a dramatic way.